Hey you guys! So recently we have been working on how to calculate gear ratios when it comes to a mechanism, and we had a couple of lessons on that. In this short quick quiz you have an editable Google slide, and I want you to share with me what you understand to be true about gear ratios, how to calculate gear ratios, and how to figure out if your mechanism is creating speed or if it's creating torque. In this Google slide quick quiz, you'll see that we have a bunch of variety of colors of rectangles. What you're going to do to complete this quick quiz is you'll double click inside that shape and your cursor will start flashing and you will record what you believe to be the answer. Notice which has more speed. You're going to tell me A or B. On this section where we have the green rectangles, you'll double click again and you're going to type in. So with a mechanism, if we have more speed, what's going to happen with the torque? And if we have less speed, what's going to happen with the torque? There is a hint right here on hopefully how to figure that out. After you're done with those two sections, you'll take some time to calculate some gear ratios. Notice that we have everything for number 1 color-coded in red, everything for 2 color-coded in orange, everything for 3 color-coded in yellow, and everything in number 4 color-coded in a teal blue color. So for this section, you'll look at the gears for mechanism example number 1, and you'll use what you know about calculating gear ratios and simplify this down to the correct answer for gear ratios. When you find that correct gear ratio, you'll double click in the red rectangle and you will type in your response. Please notice that we have arrows indicating the input location for all 4 simple gear trains or simple gear train with idler. This is just really a formative assessment to see what you know and understand about gear ratios. The purpose of this is to help me, your teacher, figure out where we need to go from here as far as the understanding and the clarification of how to calculate gear ratios. After you're done calculating gear ratio, you're going to take the little circle or oval shape, and I suggest using the arrows on your keyboard to circle either an increase in speed or an increase in torque. Again, if you're not sure, just do your very best to guess, and I'm using this as an indication for what we still need to cover next week on calculating gear ratios and distinguishing the difference between speed and torque. Now, we do still have some references back in Schoology for if you need a quick review, because each of the information in Schoology is broken down in the lessons for how speed works and how torque works in a mechanism. The final section is kind of a little bonus. I want you to try to use the gears on the far right, the purple gears, to show me how we could create a simple gear train with a gear ratio of 7:1. So what you'll do is you'll take the variety of circles off to the side with little fake gears and you'll just move them in, plopping them next to your input arrow. So maybe you think that your gear is going to be this one. You can use your arrow keys to move that gear next to the arrow and then maybe pick out another gear off to the side. I'm not giving you the answer. This is just an assessment to see how you're doing. Summative is not what we're at right now. We're just doing a quick little formative on what you know. And then your final circle here is a purple shape, and I want you to look at the gear ratio of 7:1 and tell me with that gear and your output gear, your input gear and your output gear, which you think you will create with a gear ratio of 7:1. Will that create speed? Or will that be creating torque as far as which one are we going to circle? So again, you'll just slide that circle over to your correct answer using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So please take some time and do your very best when completing this activity. When you are done, please do remember to click on that submit button on your assignment when you are in Schoology. There are some of you who are still hanging out here in progress, forgetting to click on submit.